Okay, so as you mentioned that it is feasible with the compoundable kind of something like offense. There is in core criminal cases, of course, it is related to matrimonial. Core means that is independently related to criminal matters. So if
Yes.
it is compoundable in nature, even for that, not exactly mediation, but in I believe in 2005 or somewhere 6, there was an amendment and a concept of plea bargaining inserted,
Mm.
and
Mm.
that is, of course, we can't call it mediation, but yes, that is something that both the parties can come up, and the offender can accept his guilt or her guilt, and can,
Yes.
of course, in front of magistrate only, and then can things go like that. So it reduces the trial period or something like that, and come on conclusion, and against that the offender gets something like the lesser amount of punishment, whatever already defined under the IPC.
So, when we look at the concept of plea bargaining, uh, it is very interesting, but is very different from mediation.
Very different, of
Yes,
course.
because one, in mediations and the kind of agreements that are drawn in mediations, you're not establishing anyone's guilt.
That is
So you're
equivalent.
just coming to what is the best possible solution to handle that situation in the future, and whatever the decisions may be. Now, when you're looking at matrimonial issues, because we're on this topic, you are not necessarily looking at somebody going to jail, because that's not something that is in the purview of mediation. It's just parties agreeing as to what they want to do and how they want to sort of settle this dispute without really having too much of bad blood, so that you are able to be at peace. That's ideally how it is. Now, when we look at plea bargaining as a concept, that's something that you're really almost having a little sort of an agreement with the state, wherein you are saying that I'm agreeing to what my crime is. I'm saving you the time of the many years of trial that we will go through, but in the bargain, I'm agreeing to a smaller punishment.
Yes, as
So
the
that
name
is,
suggests.
yes. So that is how it actually technically works. Yes, it's also a mechanism of trying to have the courts uh, s- resolve these matters, or complete cases at a faster pace. However, of course, in terms of when you're comparing it to mediation, the processes are
Entirely different.
very, very different. Yes.
Entirely different, but it has some flavor, you can say some flavor, because it is not possible with the non-compoundable kind of offenses, only for petty crimes,
Yes.
where it can be managed the things. So that is, of course, both parties have the opportunity, even the second party, if ready to withdraw the case, then of course matter resolved there only by giving some fine, on only monetary kind of fine, not the punishment or imprisonment at all, that can be excused if it is mere 15 days or 30 days kind of. So that can be excused, but of course that is the concept there, and entirely different from the mediation. But yes, it
Yes.
has the some flavor. The both parties have the freedom to decide themselves in front of magistrate only,
Yes.
as
Yes.
in mediation people do.
Yes. So basically, I think the only similarity that is uh, the party one, of course, voluntarily participates in plea bargaining. You can't force somebody to do that, and they take their own decisions,
Yes, that's why.
looking at what is most favorable for them. So that is something that you can say is a point of similarity between the two. But yes, otherwise, in terms of the procedures, because in plea bargaining, generally the second party or the complainant is not as involved, and it's a slightly different process itself. It's where the state is primarily involved. But yes, if you're looking at for a similarity, yes, the person who's the um, offender, or the person who's been accused, not offender, actually that's not the correct term, the
Accused
accused
and
person
plaintiff.
has that option to be able to choose what is the best suitable option for them. So yes, so the exercise of that discretion is something that is common, that you will have in mediation as well as possibly in plea bargaining. But yes, I'm just going to reiterate, otherwise processes
Yeah,
vary.
yeah, that's why I use the term flavor. It has the flavor only, but not
Yes.
the core content.